Pastrana probably was elected 1998, yeah, 1999, 2000, 2000, and 2002.
So 1998 he's elected, and 1999 you met us in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us what happened between you and Dr. Page, Global Learn, and what you decided to come to Atlanta for.
What happened is this, and I remember very well, but also because I have diaries, and I can check that, but I remember that Global Learn, because of, we were created a for-profit organization called Global Learn, and the purpose of Global Learn was to try to put important concepts in the educational system that were not included. And one of those topics was peace, but through research and Alvaro's connection with American companies who know the trends in the future, we knew that nonviolence was going to be one of those trends. So I was asked to, and he knew about Glenn Page and nonviolence because of his good friend Joaquin, who had attended that conference in Jordan. So I was in charge of calling Glenn to visit Medellin in 1998. Global Learn organized by the end of 1998 the first national Congress on Education for secretaries of education, both the institutions, the municipal and state level. And Glenn was there. So,
sorry, when you say Glenn, you mean Dr.
Glenn D. Page. Glenn D. Page. So Glenn, since the very first day, I was just impressed for the concept of non-killing, and I was talking to him. So he told me, you should go to the Atlanta conference next year. So I went to Atlanta conference the next year, and I knew you were in charge. So I asked you right there on the spot to come to Medellin, and we look into Dr. Lafayette agenda that night at the hotel, right. and we decided August.
We got that. Now, the connection between Dr. Glenn Page and Dr. Luann Watson is they serve on our Global Nonviolence Conference Board. That's the connection that we had from Dr. Luann Watson as the co-chair and Dr. Page as executive board member of the Global Nonviolence Conference Series. Now, we have from the time you came to Atlanta talking to Doc and I, we have all that recorded. Okay? So we're going to skip that.
But the connection that you told me that in order to know, you have to visit the city of Medellin with the committee, the executive committee of the International Nonviolence Conference Series. So that is why we invited you and Dr. Glenn Page.
We got all that in Colombia, and you told us the whole story of how we got there and Dr. Glenn Page suggested the workshop.
Exactly.
We have captured all that.
Okay.
So I think the second sequential is that now we're in Colombia. And how did the conference, who decided that they were going to have a nonviolent conference in Medellin?
Guillermo.
Who?
Guillermo.
So Guillermo. How did that come apart? Yolanda was in you were in the cabinet. You were in the cabinet.
I can tell you that.
How did we get to Colombia with the conference?
Guillermo Gaviria was elected governor, and he was looking of the state of Antioquia. And he had a very clear concept of the government. He said government is to improve the quality of the poor people and the basic needs: health, nutrition, education, and housing. But we need a peace plan because this is Colombia. And he was looking for a philosophy. So somebody told him that I have already been trained. He called me and he just grasped the concept. So I told him we should go to the conference in Kingston, Rhode Island. And I can invite you there. And he was surprised, but I asked you and you sent the invitation, and he went to Kingston with Yolanda. And right there in the last day, he asked officially.
What year was that?
It was
2001.
2001. It was July, August 2001. August 2001.
So he came to the University of Rhode Island based on a recommendation from me.
Exactly.
And then what?
And he attended the whole event without missing one single minute. And in those nights, we meet with Glenn and Dr. Krishnan and Doc. We were discussing the concept of nonviolence for hours until 2, 3 in the morning.
Yolanda, what happened in Rhode Island that captured your husband? What was the turning point about nonviolence?
En español. Yo creo que fue la fuerza que él encontró en la no violencia para lograr impactar en el conflicto, en las diferencias entre los colombianos. Lo que nos tenían ese conflicto tan absurdo.
I think that what captures his attention was the strength, the power of no violence to solve conflicts like ours and get us to eliminate our differences and go together for a common goal.
Had he ever been exposed to Dr. King before coming to the University of Rhode Island?
Antes de ir a la Universidad de Rhode Island, él conocía el tratamiento del marxismo.
Lo había estudiado, lo había leído mucho a Martin Luther King y a Gandhi.
He had read a lot about Dr. King, about Gandhi, and he had studied them.
So now you're leaving the University of Rhode Island after the conference, and they go back to Columbia. How did the conference get into place? What happened then that we got to Columbia?
The last day of the Kingston conference, Guillermo Gaviria, as governor of the state of Antioquia, officially asked youth for the Medellin to be the next place to hold the conference. And he committed.
He asked us that
in Medellin. He asked you right there on the spot the last day when we were closing. He said, I officially, as governor of Antioquia, I asked you that the next conference be held in Medellin next year. And so that is why I called me to come to work for the government, and that's it.
So now, when did his brother come to the University of Rhode Island? Was he running for election? The governor?
His governor, Aníbal, came here before, because during our training, when you were there in 1999, we began the training right there. So we were trained, already certified trainers before Guillermo came into office. So one of in the third week of training, it was held at the University of Rhode Island in Kingston, and Aníbal came as general manager as a VIP. There were some VIPs invited to see what the training was all about, and Aníbal came as director of one of the most important newspapers.
His brother was in the election. He went back to Rhode Island to help his brother get elected.
He had to leave earlier because he said, I have to go back to help my brother who is running for governor.
And then he made governor, and that's when Yolanda and Gaviria came over to the second time.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Y diles que para Guillermo la presencia en Rhode Island en la conferencia y el curso intensivo de las 3 noches escuchando al doctor Lafayette y al doctor Pace, Guillermo llegó a Colombia transformado en su propia concepción, fortalecido y convencido de lo que la vida de él arrancaba ahí muy diferente.
He said that attending the conference in Rhode Island and having those long hours discussing with Doc and the Dr. Pace and what was discussed during the event, it made Guillermo a new person. He went back totally convinced that that was the way to continue, and he adopted that as his philosophy.
When the conference was announced, Medellin didn't have conferences because of the violence. Can you share with us some of the barriers that he had to go over politically? Had to get over politically because when we went there, the Army was around with us. The Army went everywhere with us. What was that like, having a nonviolent conference in Medellin? Is that unheard of?
Él dice que la pregunta sería, ¿cuáles fueron las principales dificultades en una ciudad que estaba tan violenta, donde se creía tanto en las Fuerzas Armadas, para un gobernador llamar a una conferencia de no violencia? ¿Cuáles fueron las barreras y cómo ves tú ese evento?
Yo creo que eso fue precisamente lo que lo hizo querer hacer la conferencia y empezar ese camino, a transitar ese camino de la no violencia en una sociedad que había usado tanto la violencia. Precisamente eso era lo que más lo motivaba a él para poder que las demás acciones que él se había impuesto en su gobierno lograran impactar verdaderamente. Mientras siguiéramos en esa violencia tan excesiva, no iba a ser posible que sus acciones de gobierno llegaran a transformar de verdad la sociedad. Y
he understood that in order for his government plan to be successful, he had to get people to understand the concept. So he needed that, and it was precisely that what he had to talk to people in order to people to understand and for his plan to work. So that was exactly, he understood that, he needed that.